Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
If you're just joining us, takes a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
France with the corner, they're first.
And this is Kante. And it's Zaire Emery. Gives it back. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's found a way through. And that has put a halt to things. Endrick couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now. Colomwani really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he has been fouled there. Valverde. Madrid looking to pass their way through. Tries to pass it through. Swept in. Danger averted for now. Mendy drives forward on the overlap. And it's Mendy. Played back. Looking to... Can he finish? Goal! Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. And here's Elise. Zaire Emery gets into some space. And he's gone looking for safety.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And it's been played through. And he's in on goal. Big chance! And yes, it's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Driving on and making good progress. And now the breakaway. Mendy. Now it's Rodrigo. Now, can they get him away? Now that's well seen too. Chouameni.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Well read, nice interception. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for options for movement. Endrick receives it in a good position here. There's the shot! He scores! Upamecano.
That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think on the ball.
And here's Colomwani. And here's Mbappe. Shapes to shoot! Same again, same outcome.
France really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
It's their second corner of the game.
Olise with the short one. He is just caressing the ball. And it's Kante. Kante purring through the gears. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's fabulous. Valverde. No way through there. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Endrick. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Can he spark a counter here? And he cuts out the supply. Valverde. Madrid finding their passes. Goes for a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
He's had a shot! And he hits the net! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. Rodrigo gets through on his own. Shot a goal! It's there! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Another one! This must be his personal high. It's become a case of men against boys.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
That'll be a corner. This possibly the last play of the half. They've played it short. Bellingham! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Koundé. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 11, el dorsal 9.
And the second half gets underway.
El dorsal 10.
France really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get chances in this second half, I'm sure of that. They just have to make sure they don't waste them.
It's a promising position. Valverde. Alexander-Arnold.
Oh, really well played.
He's got away. Elects to cross. Zaire Emery. Mbappe. Looking tidy in possession here. Kolomouani. Zaire Emery. Some resolute defending there. And it's Bellingham. He's through here, and the shot's on here. Chance! No mistake! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just...
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Los niños que estén interesados en acompañar a los jugadores al saltar al campo.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Action has already started.
Well, 5 at the back, Jim. It does feel fairly defensively oriented, this formation.
Well, you could say it's a lineup that's all about creating positive transitions. The lack of width in midfield with just 3 in there makes the role of...
Chance for a shot! There it is!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Yeah, I had a feeling we were going to see something like this, Peter. They're always looking to lure and lunge at you and hit you on the break. And it's very nicely done.
France are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that.
Mbappe! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He won't be happy with that one. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Zaire Emery. No way through.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, no question, that's a foul. Eder Militao.
Could be danger here. Now it's Mbappe, and he's managed to get free. Chouameni did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Tries to play it through. Oh, that pass just didn't quite work. Conte, and they can counter here. Tries to pass it through. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Rodrigo. Conte. So what can they make of this? Asensio gets over and intercepts. Now it's Endrick. Bellingham. Conte. Nicely weighted ball. Look at the space. Shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! They have come roaring back!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Gol de Francia. Marcó en el
Oh,
minuto
one moment
29,
you're in possession, the
el
next you're
dorsal
picking the
11.
ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Eder Militao. Rodrigo. And it's Valverde. Oh, that's superb. And that's a dangerous ball. And it's a corner. Madrid with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Chouameni plays it short. Chooses to go back. And it's made its way. Tries a shot! They've scored! And they're back in front.
Marcó en el minuto 37 el dorsal 9.
Madrid get themselves into the lead. Zaire Emery. France are still behind as we reach out for half-time.
Kolo Muani really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Zaire Emery. Can he finish? And the ball's come loose here. Eder Militao. Mendy. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Conte.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Dos minutos de
He's had it
descuento.
taken off him. And here's Rodrigo. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Bellingham. Oh, that's nice. The muscular approach does pay off here. And this could be the final action of the first half. Chouameni with the short one. And the shot! Against the crossbar! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
El ganador de la camiseta oficial del equipo que sorteamos hoy será quien tenga el número de entrada que coincida con el que aparecerá en el marcador dentro de unos segundos. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
And the action is back on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
This looks promising. He is through here. Great chance! He scores! And there's the goal they've been looking for. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
You could certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. France do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Olise. France looking to pass their way through. That pass isn't the best. Barcola! Oh, shooting jump! Has fallen kindly here! He has done it! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 30.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. France get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
And it's Diaz. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. France may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Vinicius Junior, whatever he had in mind, that was not it. France perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Yeah, and
a decent chance! It's there! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Madrid go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
And here's Thuram. Olise. And he shoots! They've got to be quick to recover this. And he's in on goal.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. You can run onto that.
Oh, well played, well played.
Mendy. That's a smartly directed ball.
Oh, good read.
And that's gone loose. And it's Camavinga. Now it's Brahim Diaz. And here's Vinicius Junior.
Can he get it through?
Can he get onto this? Olise.
That's a good ball out wide. He has found the way through.
Barcola. Well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Mendy has created one goal already. And here's Brahim Diaz. Mendy picks it up out wide. Flashes it across.
Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Oh, terrible pass.
Can he finish? And that would have won it.
Well, he was a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
And that's it.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Se informa a los espectadores que deban abandonar el estadio en coche de que se espera tráfico denso tras el partido.